Leo, how you doing? Getting very frustrated, so it feels that you're waiting for some sort of salt to come through, or a salt and battery charge, Taurus, Sagittarius, to come in like a wrecking ball. So you could be dealing with a 5, which is a Sagittarius, Taurus. You're right, Leos. So if you haven't seen my channel before, I have now separated it. Channeled messages separate, tarot reading separate. So this video will only be channeled messages only, okay? And then straight after, you'll see a link that comes up on the screen, okay? One will take you to actual tarot reading and the other one will show you about numerology and numbers, okay? So anyway, it feels like that what I'm channeling is that you've got like this thing that's like, it's like a frustration, like I'm frustrated and frustrated. Now this is either sexually, mentally, physically, or all of the above, or like just something that is like very frustrating. Now I'm picking up the game of frustration, so it might be an operation that you're waiting for, or an opera, like you're waiting for Oprah Winfrey, something to do with Oprah Winfrey's, I don't know. Is she something to do with the numerology number 8? Because that would be like Aquarian Leo, I don't know. But like I'm waiting for some kind of like frustration, and I'm like frustrated, waiting on some results to come through from the doctors, or for an operation that I have to have. And that I feel like, because I'm picking up biological, or like a biological arm. For some reason I'm picking up that someone might have a prosthetic arm or a prosthetic leg, or I'm waiting for some kind of like prosthetics. So I'm picking up 2 messages for you, Leo, or / Aquarius, but like prosthetics, okay, like makeup and all that kind of thing, right? I'm waiting for prosthetics to come in, and I'm frustrated because I need my order. So somebody's either one ordered a load of stuff and they're waiting for it to be delivered, and that might be like I don't know, you run a business and you sell a load of things and you're waiting on your order to be delivered so you can sell it as a consumer. Okay, so like merchandise. So you could be dealing with like Libra, okay, number 2 somewhere, okay. But like I said, you can add your life path up, their life path, add it together, reduce the number and come down to that number. That will be your karmic number. 1, 2, 3, okay. So whatever it is that you deal with in a trine is the drama triangle, okay. So add your life path, their life path, come up with a number, okay, reduce it down in numerology and see what you come up with, okay. So you could be dealing with a Libra somewhere, okay. But like reducing something, like juicing. Some of you are juicing, using alcohol, drugs, I don't know, or juicing like fruits, vegetables, all of these kind of things for a lot of you, okay. But it feels like I'm really frustrated trying to wait for this order to come through, or something that has to come through in the mail, or something that has to come through in an email or a text message, or I'm sexually frustrated, or if not, but I mean, for some reason, Leo / Aquarius, I'm picking up that some of you guys are completely and utterly frustrated. Or sorry, I've got to make sure. So if you were watching the Cancerian reading by any chance and there was a lot of banging, I do apologise. It's because this lead to the microphone was caught on here, and every time I moved it was pulling the microphone, so I do apologise. I've got to try and sit still. But like that's what I'm picking up, like someone can't sit still. They're like frustrated and like itchy and like sort of like, oh god, I need to get going, I need to do something, I need to like, oh like just that game of frustrating, of like waiting for something. And it might it might be a Stephen. Some of you might be dealing with a Steve, which could be me, or another Steve, or a Mimi, or Emily, or Emma, or Melissa, Maria, Matilda, Mels, Mez, Mandez. I'm picking up Mandez, or Manny, or hopefully it's not Manny Van Kez, or whatever it was, Kez, Kerry, or K, anything with K. Some of you, you're waiting for something from K's catalogue, okay, so meaning like you're going through a book and you've ordered a load of stuff and you're waiting for it to come through, okay. But I definitely keep picking up your main message here of what I'm hearing for you is like for the game of waiting, the waiting rooms is something that's medical or pharmaceutical, and you're waiting for the results. And it feels like that when it comes through, I'll be okay. I mean, I don't know why they get me to look at salt, like physical salt. I mean, I'm picking up 2. Assault, okay, assault and battery charge court. Taurus, Sagittarius, somewhere to do with that, having to go to court, like either legal court, the name Lee or Leanne, okay, or Elzebub, and something to do with around, say, so you got Capricorn but / Gemini. Okay, so if you've just found this and you're completely oblivious, please make sure you watch the videos that are all linked to other videos that tell you about how I read. Okay, so something to do with eat read or something, but like reading or reading like books, or Damien, Damo, Dan, Danielle, Dad. Someone's trying to wait for some results from their father. I don't know. It feels like that you've ordered something, right? It might be for like Father's Day, and you've ordered something for your father, but it's to do with your. They're saying that it's to do with your father. That's what I'm picking up, like the father. Okay. Some of you have ordered a Bible. I'm just going to throw that one out there. Something to do with the actual father. Okay. But like, okay. So they're saying that some of you are trying to find out history about your father. Like if you don't know who your dad is or your mum is, and you're trying to find out, like, because they're saying I'm trying to find my father and I don't know who my dad is. So are these kids, or is this you as an adult? And it's something to do with around like X and all that kind of thing. But I don't know, just very quick message there for you, something to do, I'm trying to find my father. Okay. Faja, I'm always hearing Faja or Laja, what are you lot doing? But something to do with like the Faja. Okay. Or Forshore, or Shaw, Gary, Shaw, Tina, but Faja. Like, is this something to do with around motor racing or something? Like Forja, or I don't know what they call it, like Stephanie, but like Effing else, something from China or something, but like Fonzie, oh, waka, someone that could be ginger, maybe, I don't know, but like wacky, anyway, aha, right, so, aha, but like, it's coming to America, right? So anyway, some of you are like waiting on salts, like physical salt, right? But I really do hope that you guys know, I mean, you don't have to believe me, Leo, you really don't, but salt is not going to get rid of your karma, right? If people are like, oh my God, I've lost my mind, I need to put salt in because that's a ritual. You know, that is a ritual. That's you trying to get rid of your awakening, and you're not going to get rid of that because you can't see it, right? So I'm sorry to any consumer out there that sells salt and all of this kind of thing, but man, that ain't going to do anything. That really isn't. You know, you're in purgatory. You're going to have to know my visions. And, you know, people are going to believe in whatever they like, and I ain't trying to stop you. But it's like meditation, and I've gone over this for so long. I will get on with your channel stuff. Don't worry, Leo. We've got a few minutes, okay? But like, you know, meditation can't move a planet. Planets all move like this, okay? When you have a clear path, that's your manifestation, right? So during times like I have a Gemini moon, for instance, right? I cannot stop overthinking because I fight with myself, right? My head is like, man, I'm like so frustrated. So Spirit knows that I'm supposed to have certain things in my life at certain times. And they know that with having a Gemini moon, that's going to be very complicated, okay? So I'm going to manifest things in dribs and drabs, bits and bobs when it's time, okay? When it's time, I will receive certain things that have come from my head. But I can't help that. That means that I am destined to only get a certain amount of things at a certain amount of time, right? When planets kind of move and it says, okay, Steve, now it's time for a certain energy, you're going to be manifesting at the speed of light, okay, the speed of light. So you manifest things very quickly, but only at certain periods of time. That's normally when the time will come up on your phone, and you're like, oh my God, I need to check what number that is. And it says, be careful of your thoughts because you are manifesting at a high rate. Okay, that's when you are like, ooh, we're full of energy and I'm now really thinking a lot. That's because planets have either moved in or out of the way. Okay, so if you look at things around salt and stuff like that, that's not going to change anything in astrology. You can't use salt and things thinking it's going to move a planet out of the way or get rid of your karma or get rid of frustration, okay, because it's meant to be. It's meant to happen. That's why, okay. Don't worry about that. You'll do what you like. I'm not going to try and stop you, but I don't know why I'm picking up this energy of someone's trying to like buy salt or sell salt, okay, and to sell it to people to say, you know, this is going to get rid of your karma, this is going to help you, but I mean, y'all can buy it as long as you like, but I guarantee you that it won't work. Okay, it won't work. So I don't know what that's for. So believe in whatever you like. You know, I'm not here in order to like pass judgment upon people. So Justin, Julian, Jason, Justin, okay, Jays, and then also Justice. So you're dealing with like huge energies of like Libra, buying, selling merchandise, selling merchandise. I mean, merchandise is good, like, you know, t-shirts and stuff like that, but merchandise when it comes to like voodoo and magic and like candles, and, you know, that's all right, you know, but, you know, I just don't want people to be under that illusion that that's going to get rid of your karma, right? Because it won't, you know, it won't. I mean, you can try, but it won't. Okay, so that kind of thing, I don't know what that's going to relate to any of you, but it's there anyway. Okay, so something is in the way, right? Something's in the way. Like, well, you're always in the way. Like, every time do I come out of the door, are you in my way? This is where you live here. They're saying that wherever it is that you're living, that when you walk in, someone's in the way. And I'm picking up like a Taurus or Sagittarius placement of a person, okay? Don't worry if you're a Taurus and you're a Sagittarius and you think I'm shedding blame to people. No. It's whoever it is that you argue with, okay? But like, they're in their way. Like, there's something that is like around the Hierophant energy of 5, right? Life path 5, Taurus, Sagittarius, but something that's in the way. Something that I can't get, like somebody's already married, for instance, or somebody is already with another person, and I feel that they're in my way of getting my twin flame and all of that stuff, right? Whatever you want to believe. But like, something is in the way, right? And I can't get through to you at all. I can't talk to you. I just can't, never seem to like get you to understand. I can't, like, I'm forcing you to understand, and will I realise as a person that forces a person, they ain't going to listen. They ain't going to listen. So you could have a person that isn't watching this, and this could be your sibling, your mother or something like that, or your father or stepfather, and no matter how much do they say like that, what they do is they say too much. Okay, they say too much, and then you're kind of like, man, you can say as much as you like, but I ain't going to fucking listen to a word you're saying if you're saying too much. Okay. So somebody likes to speak a lot, but somebody doesn't. They're very reserved, and like, you could really be dealing with a Gemini, and I've apologised to so many people in my life because of this, but I can't help it. I am a Gemini moon, and I have Gemini in Mars, and it works off seprophilia. And I get so bored, okay, so bored with, and that's just natural, that's with everybody. I can get so bored with meaningless conversation. And I don't mean to, it's just not mentally stimulating for me, okay? So I can just drift in and out, and that's why a Gemini does that. If you're dealing with a Gemini / a Capricorn, and you're dealing with a person that kind of like drifts in and out of like, man, I'm kind of really losing interest now, I you know, I'm just bored. Not bored, but that is a Gemini. That is dead. That's them all over. You know, that is what they do. And they suffer through a mental condition of such of like, you might look at them and think, man, you're mental. But they're not. They're just a Gemini. They probably really like worry and they get like very anxious and like, man, like just, right, that's a Gemini, because they'll fight with themselves. So if you have anybody in your chart anywhere that has that like 6 placement, you probably find them just as frustrated. I mean, me, for instance, my mum is a Gemini, right? She's a Gemini, and I'm a Gemini moon. And a lot of her placements, man, well, Jesus, man, it takes a second. It only takes a minute, girl. But it's just takes a second before this person's lost their mind, okay? And it's because of our planetary stuff. We just don't get on. In the last one, I said everything seems to be fine at the moment. Everything really isn't. You know, you could be dealing with the Pisces, but everything really isn't. You know, it was for a day or two, and then the person just loses their goddamn mind, and you could really be dealing with this as like a well, I don't know, Leo Aquarium, but, you know, just look for the person that finds the most amount of frustration here. Because I'm picking up, man, I'm so goddamn frustrated that you won't listen. Yeah, well, I'm so frustrated the fact that you keep forcing me. Okay? And somebody just doesn't get it. Like, they just don't get it. They're just a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. So you could be listening to Tom York, okay, The Reckoning, Okay, but I definitely keep hearing like, I come in like a wrecking ball, and I'm basically just about to wreck everything. Now, it doesn't have to be that placement of a person. Someone was saying it was new, and somebody else also was saying like every Taurus I meet, like I'm get on so well with Tauruses. That's brilliant. Me, I don't, in a way of, it depends on where it is in their chart, because it will mean an opposition for me, for my placement. So you can get on with any star sign. Like some people have been slating Cancerians and saying, listen Cancers, you're all, and I've had to like physically report that person to YouTube, because they were in there saying it to a person because they were Cancerian. And they were saying, thank you for doing a reading, Steve, and giving us your time. And then physically somebody was commenting on that, slating that person for being a Cancerian. They've got fucking no idea. No idea. Right, so people, man, they don't understand, right? But well, it's because they're so angry. That's what I'm saying. You've got this person here somewhere with you that can be so angry all the time. Or like, or Icarus. I mean, Icarus, are you always angry, Icarus? But like, I'm so frustrated and so angry. Or like, I'm like, if it's not angry, I'm like, the person's always angry at me, that always pushes my buttons and then makes me very angry at them. And then I'm like, oh, and it's just like, I'm so frustrated now, like, because of aggression. So you could be going through that individually outside of your relationship with family, okay? Because that's, I'm kind of feeling the energy around Leo that some of these are like your karmic hell loop is around like family type sort of karma, right? And that's the most amount of drama anybody could ever really have, to be honest. It's family stuff, okay? So you got that. But this frustration is also coming across as also sexually frustrated as well, as what I'm hearing. Like, I'm sexually frustrated and it feels like this turn me on like a river. Lorraine, I'm hearing Lorraine or Kelly, okay. But yeah, like a river. The song, I forget who sings that now, but turn me on. But like a tower is what I'm picking up, and something turns me on, then it turns me off, and it turns me on when you do that, but it really turns me off when you do that, and it feels like trying to turn on a light switch, but it's kind of, you got two instances is of that light switch. It's kind of like I'm just trying to get you to get it, and it's like hello, 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 like I'm here, and you're like, fuck, bro, you ain't gonna get my attention that way. My mother does that, so I'm gonna be blatantly honest. Any of you out there experienced that, where your mum or your parent goes, hello, hello, I'm here, just like hello, and you're like, yeah, no, don't you not get the fact that I'm quiet and I'm trying to actually stay out of your way? And the more you do, the more they come at you going, hello, 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 like, you know, can you see me? I'm just standing here, like, waiting for you to speak. And you're like, yeah, that's the reason why I'm not. Do you not get what your intuition is? Like, if a person is being quiet, right, and they've got stuff on their mind, like a Gemini moon, right, and they've got stuff on their mind, and they're kind of like, man, I'm really just thinking about, like, making a drink and some food, and then thinking about work and what I've got going on. And then someone comes at you and they go, hello, like that, why are you not thinking about me? And you're like, well, because just generally I'm kind of thinking about my life, my job, my work, and something that's going on in my head. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. I ain't thinking about all of this weird shit that you're standing there going, hello, hello, and you're like, goodbye. Right, so Paul McCartney and John Lennon kind of come in and you go, hello, goodbye, right? So you kind of got this like, see ya. Like, and you just go off in like a tantrum or temper. So you got temperance. So you got like Sagittarius. But that, like I said, that can also be like a Taurian, Sagittarian. That is that placement right there. So, like, you know, your placement is going to be wherever this is for you. It's like someone that's waving, trying to get your attention, and you're like, you're not going to get my attention doing that stupid shit. You know, coming at me like a wrecking ball of like, well, I'm here, you know, and you're like, to be quite honest, bruv, I don't really give a fuck whether you're here or not. You can go off and do whatever you like. Write a book, set fire to it, burn it, send it up to the moon. Do what the fuck you want. But that ain't going to work. So, I don't know, some of you are like, I'm going to have to write down what I want and burn it and send it off to the moon. You might as well be button moon, bruv. You might as well be Dr. Spock or whatever it is, but trust me, all that shit don't work, man. Well, like, I don't know why. This is some people, I mean, crack on, see what you get. Man, sorry, I'm getting aggressive. I don't know. Sometimes when I get aggressive, it's because I'm feeling aggression, right? I'm feeling aggression for you. And I'm feeling all of this people, some of you out there that are like trying to manifest your twin flame back by doing all that you can in order to get them. And man, you're gonna, you know, if you're so frustrated and angry because you can't get it, you're gonna manifest what you can't get. You know, yourself is gonna manifest yourself back. You're gonna get yourself back, right? So whatever happened before is gonna happen again. So Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, or Jen, but like, you know, whatever happened before, look at that. If something happened before, it's bound to happen again. If it happened before, it's bound to happen again. Okay. So if you're in that frustrating goddamn energy and you're like, my God, I've got to, that's happening now. That's happening now, and that is going to happen again, is what my spirit is saying. Okay. But don't worry about it, Leo, or / Aquarian. That is your karma, guys. That is what your karma is, right? Is you have to experience it, right? Because I don't think you've got a choice. That's what I'm saying. The choice is never really yours, because the planets are your choice. That's what it is. You know, your planet is going to tell you, you're going to can learn this, whichever way you like it, because you're stuck in that situation, Pisces. You're in that, Pisces, and we put you in there like a fish out of water and sitting on a bank, right? You're in it, right? So this person's, they're in for you, Pisces, for some reason. My spirit is saying that they've got it in for you. Now, this could be a lot of people, Pisces. This could be someone that's got it in for you, like big time in for you, okay? So, or your nephew, or someone's nephew, something to do with someone's nephew or siblings, but got it in for you. Okay, whatever that is, energy is, can be literally anybody, but they got it in for you. Okay. So never mind if you're a Piscean and you're watching. Hands up if you're a Pisces placement and that always happens to you. Right? Don't worry about it. It's because I have Pisces in the 4th. Okay, I have a lot of narcissism. It's all right. Don't worry, little fishies, if you're watching. Okay. It's just your placements, okay? But like someone's got it in for you, okay, is what they're saying. If you're a Pisces and you're watching and you've got it in your chart somewhere, somebody's really got it in for you, okay? Who that is, I've got no idea, but that's not a good energy. They've got it in for you, okay? So that's that. Okay, so that could be your mother, your brother, your friend, a person, anywhere. Doesn't matter where they are, but I'm feeling the energy is somebody that has got it physically in for you, right? They're out for the gill. Okay, so they're in gill or like scales, something to do with Libra or number 2. Okay, but like they've got it in for you. Okay, this number 2, even if that comes up in a numerology of say a 7 life path and a 4 life path, okay, and it adds up to a 11, which is a 2. There you go. You can watch a Libra reading. This person's got it in for you, right? So Libras at the moment have really got it in for Pisceans, or number 2s have really got it in for Pisces at the moment. So Leo, your messages are frustrated, fed up, awkward, waiting for something to come in through the post, be it a post-mortem, okay, they're saying post-mortem, post-regression or whatever, okay, post letter or a message or something being posted. Send it forward. Thank you. But send it forward. Or actually, if any of you out there know, somebody keeps telling me, I didn't know, but another channel, Ghetto Nun, is it? Ghetto Nun? Ghetto Nun. Yeah, if anybody wants to say hello and thank you, I don't know, I was unaware that she knew of my channel, but yeah. Thank you. Yeah, something to do with around pay it forward. Pay it forward, pay it back. So something that you got 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Right. Derek. I'm hearing Derek, 2 steps. Okay, Derek. Dan, Del, Derek. Okay. Stop with there's confusion. You're really dealing with like a Capricorn Gemini person here, right? Here. So, frustration. I'm very frustrated, sexually, mentally, physically. Okay, an overall feeling, don't worry about it, Leo, it's because it's going to be some reason of something that's coming up for you. Okay, It's frustrating on waiting to go to court, because I'm going to get onto that message now where they're saying that for a lot of you, you really may have to go to court, and like you're so frustrated over this family court thing. And it might be to do with like having to go to court for access to children or kids, or access to money, or like being locked out of an account, or being locked out of my inheritance, and I lost the will and all of that thing, and I can't find my inheritance, or I'm only really here just until I get my inheritance and then I'm off. Well, like something like that, an inheritance, or like Henry or Harry or Harrison, the name Harrison, something like that. Okay, but frustration on waiting for something to like waiting for something to happen. Now, so like I said, some of you it is court related, okay, and it's family court related, and it's over children and divorce, and the Libras that have all been up in reverse through the divorce situation, and they're like having to go to court and buying and selling and all of this kind of thing, and you know, people ordering a load of stuff for shops but then they realise they can't sell it, or you work in that shop and it's just like very awkward and weird and strange, and you got to do the oh my god, man, I wish we could take these masks off. Like, hello Scooby, but like I wish we could take these masks off. Is what I keep hearing. Unless you're looking to put a mask on and you have this placement of 8, okay, in your chart somewhere, doesn't matter where, okay, the energy of Leo Aquarius can be anywhere in your chart, but what you're looking for is that 8 number to watch this, okay. So you might be waiting for a CPAP, and you're waiting for a mask to arrive and something like this, and your apneas may be at as high as 46 per hour, right? And you're like waiting for something to happen to see if there's going to be change in that, if there's going to be anything left over. So what they're saying is that you may be looking for change to see if there's anything left over. So what would that be? I'm looking to see if there's any leftover change. So you might spend, like you live like very restricted at the moment, and you're coming up against the end of the month, and you're kind of like at that bit where your pay packet is just kind of like about to arrive, and that's frustrating. There you go. There's a simple message for you, Leo. Some of you get paid monthly, right, or something like that, and it's frustrating for this thing that you want, or this thing that you want to buy, or you want to get going and you want to do something, but you're waiting on like a credit card or something, or you're waiting on your pay packet so you can get paid, so you can do something, right? So you can go out, or I don't know, you can order a reading off me or something, or join my Patron. But you know, whatever it be, okay, I'm waiting for my pay packet so I can do something. Okay, so I can do something. So frustrated, right? Everybody gets frustrated when it normally comes to the end of the month, right? So like, I don't know if your bills are kind of picking up and stuff like that, and you're kind of like, I can't wait to get paid, right? I can't wait to get paid, because I want to see if there's any spare change left. Like, okay, there's something I want to buy, and it may be quite big, and then once I've bought it, I want to see how much money I've got left after I do that. So like weighing up your money, okay, and the pros and cons around that, okay. But I don't know if this is like a really large purchase, or just like, well, whatever it might be to you, it might just be because you want to go out, but it's kind of like seeing how much I've got left, okay, is what they're saying. Salt and battery charge going to court may be in something very anxious of waiting for that time and waiting for that result to come back, of maybe a salt and battery charge or something that you have to go to court with. That really could be like with a 5 energy, Taurus, Sagittarius, okay, but waiting on to see what the result's going to be, or how they're going to come across is what I'm hearing. Like, are they going to be cross, or are they going to be okay? Are they going to be Jackie? Is it going to be Hyde? Is it going to be Jekyll and Hyde? Someone cannot figure a person out. They're like, fuck, man, I don't know whether you're okay or whether you're not okay. One minute you are, the next minute you're not. Someone is like bipolar as shit. And I'm sorry to say it, but it came out for another reading. Bipolar as shit. Now, they don't have to be bipolar, but that means bipolar to me does not mean that somebody has bipolar, unless you really do. But that can really come across as polar. You're polar opposite, north and south. bam, just, man, we all don't get on. I can't seem to get through, no, think, fucking straight, get away. 1 minute you're okay, the next minute, man, you're really not alright, are you? Like, no, of course I'm not. Yes you are. No, I'm not. Yes I am. No, I'm not. Could really be relating to anybody that reduces down to 2, or a Libra, or something like that, right? But like, man, I just can't seem to, like, yeah, like that. And you're like, it's because it's bipolar. It's your polar opposite, your opposition of karma. Okay, so if that's family, that's more difficult than just dealing with a girlfriend or boyfriend, right? Trust me, it is. If any of you out there just in a metaphysical time loop war over a twin flame, right, you'll wait until you get that, right? But wait until you get one in the family. That's worse. I believe family karma is the worst amount of karma that you can ever really have, okay? It's more than just a relationship that you can walk out on at any time, right? Don't never get married, then you can always walk out at any point. Try not to have any children. Don't worry, I wouldn't say that. Right, but again, something is very frustrating to you, very frustrating for you and to you, okay? Because you've got these these people that are already married, they've got their common law husband or wife there as well, and their children there. They've got something that they want to do and get on, but they can't. Elijah, there you are. But like, can't do something and want to get on, but can't get on. Want to do something, but like, can't. Should I? Libra now starts to like think, well, nah, let me just sit here and like weigh this up. Should I? Well, I don't know. I want to, but then, like, I really don't know. Did it work out before? No. Okay, so that's a no then. So then this person keeps coming back, and then I kind of think, well, maybe yes, maybe no, maybe, and it's like, Jesus, Libra, or number 2. But like, you know, is it yes? Is it a no? Is it, yeah, well, I need an answer. Do you want to or don't you? Yeah, no. And you're like, well, that's 2 answers. Yeah, no, no, yeah, no. And you're like, Jesus, bruv, what the fuck is wrong? Right? So that's your opposition there, right? So you've met your match, pretty much. So it's kind of like this Libra feeling of like, I don't know, someone in your energy, don't have to be a Libra, like I said, it can be someone that adds up to a number of that too. But it's kind of like 1 minute you're all right, and the next minute you're not all right. 1 minute you're Jackie, the next minute you're Hyde. 1 minute you're okay, and then the next minute, what the fuck is wrong with you, Tyrone? Like, what on earth is going on? And you're like I said, me now, I understand it, because I'm, like, when you've experienced that much narcissism, Leo, when you've experienced that much narcissism, I'm there with you. Trust me, I've experienced shitloads of it, right? Doesn't have to be. It's control. We all have control issues. We all have fight or flight responses. We all have shit to contend with, so don't worry about who's a narc and who isn't. But like, when you live with one, that's different, right? That's different, right? So, you know, a person, you just don't get each other, right? You don't get each other at all. Like, you know, you just, it's like 1 minute they're okay, and they relax the energy, and you open up, and you're like, okay, now I'm going to open up to you again. And then when you do, they automatically come at you and make you close down. When they make you close down and be quiet and shut up, it's because somebody has basically just destroyed you trusting them, because you open. Okay, so you open and you start to learn to trust the person. They close down, force you to close down again, and then as you close down, they can't understand why you close down and shut them out and shut them off and don't want to speak. Then all of a sudden, after a period of time of like a week or 2 weeks or a month, this person then starts to open up again, starts to try and coach you and talk you into actually physically opening up again, and hello lovey, you're right, and everything else, and you're like, yeah, no, good. And then they'll either have a spasm of like blaming you for loads of shit, and then they'll force you to close down even more, and then eventually something might happen in your chart here, and you kind of like slowly start to open up again, and then you're both open, and then after like a day or 2 days, the light fuse lights the tower, okay, and then this person has an episode, shuts down completely and has a go and has an EpiPen and an EpiFit, okay, which is like a Sagittarius energy, and then they go, whoa, and they come in like a wrecking Sagittarius Taurus ball, and they come at you like that, and it's like, hurricane, and then you close down, and then they blame you for not listening to them. And then when you don't listen, you both go off for a day or so, not talking to one another again, and so on and so forth. And that is your polar energy of north and south, of someone that you have the most amount of conflict with. 1 minute they're okay, the next minute they're fucking not okay. And then they're okay, and then they're not okay. Okay? Okay. So there's your intergalactic weird shit channel messages to look forward to there, Leo/Aquarius. Quite a bit of confusion, quite a bit of frustration, waiting on results, assault and battery going to court, something to do with around fighting over children possible, or mainly just your bipolar kind of type sort of weird shit of someone that's basically just doing the same shit over and over again. Okay? And some of you have got a choice to make of like what it is that you do with this person, because you'll keep saying yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, no, no, yes. The more you say no, the more they answer, the more they tempt you into saying yes, and then you'll just got that to contend with, possibly yourselves. Okay? What do I do? What do I do with that number 2? Well, make up your fucking mind. Right? So, whatever that's coming up for you, I don't know. That's your intergalactic personal stuff there, Leo/Aquarius. Now, your reading for tarot, I'm going to do that right now, okay? So I'm going to do it right now, but it's going to be on another video. And you can either, one, just find the channel and go towards your actual channel messages for the week. Okay, it's going to be the last part, but I'll call it a weekly, June 2021 weekly. Or you can find it in this card that starts to appear up on the screen, okay? So, again, thank you so much, guys, and I will see you on your actual tarot reading.